Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. And in tonight's live stream, I'm gonna have a look into the upcoming week, which is February 9th to February 15th, 2026. And without further ado, the first thing that I'm gonna do is the collective reading just to see what kind of a week is ahead of us. So let me shuffle the cards. And the draw. The first card for the week, it's six of swords. Followed by the 10 of swords. And the third one for the week, that will be 7 of wands. So this is going to be a week where every single one of us is going to have at least a one situation in which we are going to pretty much going to feel like we are on the edge. Hello, News Devon. Welcome to the stream and good morning. On the edge, it is because there is at this particular situation we are going to have an urge to make a move, which is going to feel very risky move and in the same time quite gainful. So it will be a situation that the matter is going to be either everything, either you get everything or you get nothing. And the scary part of all that, there is going to be two scary parts actually of all that. One, and the primary scary factor of the situation is going to be the unknown. This move that either of us is going to have to make, if we want to, of course, take advantage of the circumstances, it will be a move that we haven't performed by now. So to us, is going to have kind of like unpredictable results. I was about to say unexpected, but not exactly unpredictable results. And the second factor of or the second reason why the situation is going to be scary is because this time around we are going to know that once we make a move, there is no going back. So the first thing that comes to mind here is a very common situation to expose your feelings towards someone. There is no going back from it, right? And it's a scary move because you can't be certain how that person is going to react. Okay, that is a one trivial situation that you can end up in going into this week. The good stuff, or rather like the positive side of the week, it is that at this particular time that we are going to have the urge to make an action or to take a decision. How can I put it towards the circumstances and also the people involved, timing, everything is going to be as good as it can be. So we cannot ask for a more perfect moment to make our move. And if things doesn't work out, rest assured, at least according to these cards, they never would have worked out. And in either of the cases, whether things work out, whether they don't, it will the result is going to have a positive effect upon our lives. Because even if we're following that example that I gave with exposing thine emotions, right? Even if you get rejected, at least you will not gonna waste your time no more, and you're gonna be free to try your luck elsewhere. So still has a positive outlook for you, for all of us. And throughout this upcoming week, whenever you feel that urge to make a move toward a goal of yours, toward a dream of yours, or an urge to make a certain decision, just do it. And whatever happens is going to be better than just loitering around, waiting something to happen on its own accord, that it's, at least according to these cards, not happening anytime soon. So that was the collective reading for the week. Now there are going to be 12 readings, one for each star sign, and I'm going to start with Aries and end up with Pisces. So I'm going to run down the ecliptic. Bear in mind that these are going to be generalized readings. So if you do want a personalized one, you got to go to my website, which link you can find in the description down below. And there at the very front page, you can see full list of my services and as well their pricing. Other than that, if you do enjoy the show and you do wish to support it, you can do so using Super Chat or a PayPal. The PayPal link you can also find in the description down below, and anyone who does so is gonna have a personalized reading at the end of the stream, just like Yasmin did. Yasmin, thank you for the 20. Thank you, Yasmin. And as well, News Devon, thank you for the £5. Thank you. Let me put you girls into the list, and at the end of the stream, as per usual, you're gonna have a personalized reading on your inquiries. So, first star sign that I'm going to read for, that will be Aries. Now, you can keep up what star sign I'm reading for through the glyph and illustration as well. That is displayed right there. So if you're watching it on the video, you can just skim ahead until you see your star sign there and just listen to the reading. Right, so Aries first. The Devil, Ten of Swords, Five of Cups. These three cards. So this week is going to be the week where it will pay off that you have left a back door into something. Like no different than breaking up with an ex, but not exactly cutting them off from your life. Or quitting your job, or laying yourself off the job, but not exactly quitting it. One simple example of that is taking a week off just to try another work, right? Or another job to see whether it's going to be better than the one you are currently working or not. So these back doors, the tough decisions that you had taken recently, are going to pay off into the upcoming week, February 9th to February 2020, to February 15th. And they will produce for you the desired results. Exactly the results that you had needed are going to come around. And aside from this very specific development and that very specific manifestation of these three cards, this is going to be a week where you can fill up the losses or catch up with the losses, and also overcome disappointments should you have you experienced, or had you experienced them recently. You may have been disappointed from a person, from payment, from a certain situations. You will be able to catch up and basically clear out these disappointments, transforming them into a fulfilling and satisfying situations. Also, throughout this week, should things turn out bad based on decisions you make throughout the week, actions you take throughout the week, it will never gonna be too late to get back on your word or to repair the damage that your actions caused. So nothing is final unless you like it. going through the week February 9th to February 15th. It's a great week, you know, to just do what you like. Next one is going to be Taurus. The World, Three of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. That week you will finalize something like an agreement, something like a deal that contains a promise for a better future. And this agreement or a deal or whatever form it comes up into your life, which means that there are going to be other people involved. These other people will have the capacity and will actually put in the capacity to support you through your development. So pretty much you will ensure the survival, and not just only the survival, but also the security, the success, let's put it that way, of a lifetime goal. It's something like a checkpoint. I don't know exactly how to explain it, but let me try to kind of like give you an example. Like securing the tuition from your work. You want to study something, you don't have the funds, but through negotiating with your boss saying that you're going to work for them for the next 10 years, they agree to pay your tuition. And now you can go and study, I don't know, law, you can go study medicine, whatever. Whatever is your poison. In that way, you do secure a lifetime goal through that agreement, which you will be able to come up with and to reach going through the week, which at first agreement is going to feel a bit unfair, that you are going to be on the unfair side. But very quickly, when you get into that agreement, you will see that actually in the long run, it benefits you far more than it benefits the side which is going to support you throughout this particular week. So make sure that you do not agree right away to what is proposed from the other side. Be ready to bargain. And as well, if there is something you don't like, don't be shy of criticizing it when it comes to the agreement itself. Next, that will be Gemini. Seven of Swords, Two of Cups, King of Pentacles. In any way you look at these cards, it's about screwing someone over. Right, let's put it that way. It's about a partnership that you are carrying on right now. It's a ongoing undertaking in between you and someone else. That going into the week February 9th to February 15th, This time around, you're going to be on the beneficial side of the screw up, meaning that according to these cards, you will be able to twist that partnership to work entirely towards your own goals and towards your own agenda. Is it going to be fair? Not by any stretch of the imagination. Is the life fair? Not at all. So many of you may kind of like experience that sense and feeling of guilt. And if you do so, remember how many times you had been on the giving end of that kind of partnership instead of the receiving one. And now you're finding yourself on the receiving end of it. So make sure you take with a full fistfuls, because you never know when you are going to be at that end again. Of course, with that King of Pentacles to Seven of Swords, that may be the end of the partnership. Of the partnership itself, but whenever that end may ensue, you will at that point you will be, or how can I put it to words? You are already had been leached from it everything you need to further and accomplish your goal. So it's not going to be, any loss to you whatsoever. Though in the future, at least within the next 6 months to 1 year, other people are going to look at you as a not very reliable subject to make a partnership with. Not a great also week to form intimate relationships, at least according to these cards. It is because they are going to have a very big chance not just only to become one-sided ones, but also but also to have a lot of aspects into them being left unfinished, and therefore it just is going to feel like an incomplete relationship all the way through the next 6 months to 1 year. Moving next, that will be Cancer. The Lovers, first one, followed by Five of Pentacles, and the third one, that will be Queen of Wands. So you're going to be given a choice by, again, a person that sits higher in the hierarchy than you. You may be given a choice from a government employee. You may be given a choice from your boss, right? Or from an elder of yours. This decision, no matter how much you think on it, either of the options are going to have their pros and cons. So at the end of the day, it's going to be all about personal preferences, at least for you. Usually under the influence of the lovers card, the options are as follow. The option that I to do what I have to do, or the option I do what I want to do. And people that are studying tarot under me, I am giving them that example with that kind of a choice. Imagine you want to kind of like change your job, and you do have two options in front of you. One job pays very well, but it's going to be very annoying to work, while the other pays barely to meet end of the month, but it's something you will really enjoy doing. So which one you're going to go for? Either you can't work both, right? Whether you're going to go for what you have to, which is the money, or whether you're going to go for what you want to. Either way is going to suit you, but you are going to have to take the responsibility for the choice you haven't made. Meaning that if you choose the one you have to, you got to take on responsibility that you are not going to make money, right? Or otherwise, you're going to have to take the responsibility that you're going to hate your career. So you're going to be given a decision of that regard. And again, no matter how much you try to twist it so you can be 100% on the plus, on the surplus, it's not going to work out. In the moment you make up your mind, regardless which of the options is going to be that on your mind, the harmony in your life is going to be restored. Bear in mind that the person giving you that option throughout the week knows very well what they're doing, and that no matter what you choose, that person is gonna make you fit, or is gonna find you a fit into the environment. All right, next, that will be Leo. The Wheel of Fortune, Eight of Swords, and then is the Star card. I do think that this relates to your business and to your career more than it does relates to your love life and your intimate life. And going through the week, falling on a very well established patterns, I would say. Um, it is a pattern. It's like the way you conduct your business, okay? Uh, a ways that you are loyal to them, to these conducts that you do, falling on them, you can expect increase into the lucrative deals going into the week, especially if you do have your own business. You can expect increase into the influx of clients. Love wise, that is a week where the emotional flow in between you, and if you do have a partner, is going to start increasing. Reason for it is because a major problem in between you two is just going to drop off. While if you are single, according to these cards, you're going to have a lot of suitors flocking and trying to catch your attention. The problem there though is going to be which one you should choose, because in either of them you're going to find some, at least at that stage, a bit of unacceptable sides of their character. And so in that particular case, you're going to have to go over a certain criteria, yes, but principles that you are having for what is the ideal individual that you can date with. Either way, you're going to have the necessary circumstances to improve every area in your life, every field in your life, your job, your intimate life, your social life as well, to improve them dramatically. In most of the cases, these are going to be opportunities that comes only once in a lifetime, so it's best not to lose it. You can determine which field these energies are taking place by the turmoil. The more turmoilish field, or the more turmoilish area in your life, then there is where that thing is happening, because the start of it marks the era and the period of a turmoil. Okay, next, that will be Virgo. Right, Temperance, Strength, Judgment, these three. Uh, quite a difficult explanation here. This is a week where you're gonna clash with a lot of, if not a competition, opposition, either of the two. But this time around, you will be able to find the correct measures toward the competition or toward the opposition. That through that, or rather, like through these measures, Virgo, you will be able to come up to, it's a solution, but it is more like an epiphany. It's more like a revelation that you're gonna have on what is going to be the best move you can take that can simultaneously make things work for you. So finding the right, again, the right measures, but not toward this time around toward your competition, but toward the subject at hand, which you're focused at, and in the same time to maintain the respect that these people are having towards you. And bottom line, what is going to happen here is that they will learn to honor and, like I said, respect your opinion. And you will be surprised that by the end of the week you're going to see a lot of compassion and as well solidarity that comes from your opposition. And also there is a very big chance that you may make a certain partnerships with people that have been your opposition or your competition up until this point, which partnerships are going to bind under the flag of a very long-term goal, which is going to happen to be quite of a passionate of yours. So that is a week of a very unlikely alliances which you're going to forge, alliances that are going to go for a long run, and they're going to be very beneficial in a long run. Next, that will be Libra. Those are the cards for you, Libra. Four of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, and as well the Hangman. This is a week where you are going to secure or ensure the future of a certain cooperation in your life. That cooperation is very supportive, and without it, it's unlikely that you will be able to push your things through, and therefore you will be able to secure it. So you can consider, for example, hello Taco, welcome to the stream, mate. So you may kind of like take it like this is going to be a week where you're going to secure the funding of your personal project. I'm sorry, or that you're going to secure the support of your boss on your project, secure the liking of your father-in-law, of your mother-in-law, their support as well, and so on and so forth. And Taco, thank you for the $22.22. Thank you, mate. You're already into my list. I haven't removed you from last time. And so far, so good. There is going to be, though, a one slight concern here, and the concern is going to be in your vision for the future. So this um, cooperation, this team that you're going to form, right, that you will be able to secure, you're going to have a much broader perspective on it, meaning that you can do so much more things together, go for so much bigger, say, projects, so much bigger goals, and so on. But going through the week at this stage is going to be impossible to budge the person which supports you into that direction. They will just simply not want to hear anything more than they're to do anything more than they're actually doing right now. Reason for it is because in their mind is going to be a bit too excessive and as well a bit too risky. It's only a matter of time for them to budge in. All right, you just need to plant the idea and let it sink. So all that you need to do this week is exactly nothing. All right, exactly nothing. Just let them help you, because that is exactly what they're going to do. Okay, next, Scorpio. Uh, these are the cards for Scorpio: Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups, and the Hierophant. So it's a pretty niche week for Scorpio. Just give me a second. Rocky, thank you for the 28 Canadian. Thank you, Rocky. Let me put you into the list. And at the end of the stream, you're gonna have a personalized reading on your week. So, pretty niche week for Scorpio. These are concepts for the future, say them plans, right? Plans that we do have for the future, which are quite ambitious. Everyone has a plan that they don't believe is going to work out, right? It is something that best case scenario or even better than best case scenario, and it's just you think of that will never going to become real. The circumstances are not going to align like ever in that way that I can do that. Well, you are going to end up being very pleasantly surprised into the upcoming week. We are going to be very pleasantly surprised into that week, February 9 to February 15, because the circumstances are going to align in that particular way. And a big part of that is going to have our name. Basically, somewhere throughout the past, we have worked for our name in certain regards, and now our name is gonna return the favor and is gonna work for us. And certain people or organizations that feel that they can trust us, that they can rely on us, are going to extend a helping hand, which is going to be a super benevolent support, not just only support, but also a help that we're going to receive, which help will allow us to make the impossible possible. Next, Sagittarius. Hello, Rocky. Mm. Uh, these are your cards. The Hierophant, Eight of Cups, and Page of Swords. I have a moon in Sagittarius, and this is a bit concerning having these three cards. So what takes place into the upcoming week for Sagittarius? It's like a taunt. Yeah, I don't know how exactly to pronounce that. Um, so an undertaking we are running currently is going to, it's not like it's gonna hit the wall, but let's say it's gonna has its one of its downs, right? Everything has its ups and downs, and this undertaking is gonna go through a certain down. And the caveat here is that it's not because of us. It's not anyone. No one is to blame for it. You know, sometimes just shit happens, right? And that is one of the times where shits are gonna happen. Nothing irreparable though. So basically, we can catch up with it, and the environment, the circumstances are going to improve in the future. But right now, just the situation is going to be very unfavorable, no different than, you know, you are preparing a super huge deal and suddenly the client falls ill. No one's fault, right? The client is ill, they cannot sign up the deal, so you gotta wait, right? The illness to pass and therefore the circumstances to improve. But there is going to be that one here, Page of Swords, who is gonna harp all the time. Like I told you that I shouldn't do that. I had a better idea, and so on and so forth. And they're going to be super annoying. And if you allow them to basically run rampant, that will hurt your name. I mean, it's going to hurt your reputation, our reputation, because I'm Moon in Sagittarius. Is going to smear your good name, and basically is going to undermine almost everything you did and everything you worked for that undertaking, and you should not allow that to happen. And the best way you can do so is just cut them loose. This is the best way you can do so. Just take them off the project. But the biggest thing to take from here is, yes, we are gonna face a displeasing, disappointing circumstances that again it's not depend on us, and we just have to kind of like wait them out, because the future holds a much brighter perspectives than the perspectives we're gonna see throughout the week. Next is Capricorn. Ooh. These are cards for Capricorn. Page of Cups, Ten of Pentacles, and the Moon. I hate that word, but I'm going to use it anyway. That will be quite of a fate week for you. the word fated. I really hate that word, but I'm going to use it anyway. So again, quite of a fated week for you because I don't know what exactly is going to happen. Obviously, it's going to be quite individualized. For some Capricorn, one thing, for others, another. But these happenings are going to make you change your opinion for the future because through them, you're going to start seeing a looming change that is coming on the horizon, something that cannot be avoided. You are becoming a part of that change one way or another. And this rapidly approaching change is going to make current concerns that you do have, opinions, views, irrelevant. Just irrelevant. And instead of focusing on the irritating current details, you are going to put your glance into the overview. And you're going to freaking love the overview. The overview is going to promise you independence, is going to promise you reconciliation if that is something you want, and also is promising you a comfort. You just have to gnash your teeth and wait for it to happen. As I mentioned, reconciliation, that is the most how can I put it towards a common, yes, most common, most likely thing that can happen to you, Capricorns, a person from your past to try to make themselves important in your life again. Reason, they are still emotionally attached to you. News Devon, thank you for another £5 with a specific inquiry. Thank you. Let me put that inquiry. Okay, next one, Aquarius. Mm. And those are the cards for Aquarius. Um, the Hierophant, the World, and also the Empress. Give me a minute here, fellow Aquarius. I am rising Aquarius. That is an important reading for me. So one thing that we can take from these cards, it is that this is going to be a week that where a major decision is to be expected from you to do. This decision will determine what kind of a future you're going to have. Okay, and that's why that decision needs to be quite objective and well made. Therefore, you should not allow anyone to influence your mind and to sway your judgment into one direction or another. Best way you can do that is by withdrawing from the midst of activities. Take a day off, few days off. If this decision is about your love life and whether you should stay or go in your relationship, take a break, go to your parents for a few days, just if nothing else, just to see whether your partner is missing you or not, whether you miss them or not, and whether you aren't having a better life without them or not, right? Just so you can see your life in objective manner, an objective way, because this decision which you are going to make is going to be for God. and it is not like there is no going back from it. It's sealed in stone. It's cast and sealed in stone, and you are going to be remembered for it. Okay, your resume, your presence, and also your name will be remembered. Will be remembered with it, and also how reliable you are is going to be measured by that decision, and the results of it, whether bitter or sweet, going to be yours to chew up and also swallow down. Now also, Aquarius, I'm sorry, quite tired by the way, and I have a vertigo. It's quite tough. Uh, Also, guys, you're gonna earn the trust of someone, which is a trust you can never lose in the future, and that will be an important person for you. That is going to be a person you can rely on them for the rest of your life, and they're going to have a pretty important role in the future for you, a vital role in the future for you. And last but not least, that will be Pisces. Thank you, Jokyu. Oh, okay. My least favorite card? Oh, I gotta think about it. Um, Maybe Justice, maybe Ten of Wands as well. It's just because they predispose for a lot of work, okay? And everyone who knows me, and I'm not shy of confessing that I am lazy, you know. It's just I I'll say it that way. I don't, or at least I didn't work back in the days more than I had to. Okay, and Ten of Wands and especially Justice, it involves a lot of responsibilities being tackled. So not one of my best cards, but least favorite Joe Q. I just can't think of one. Ten of Wands, the Strength, and King of Swords here. Um, this week for you Pisces will relate and will concern a person you need. You need someone for something. This is going to be the week where that person will agree, but not acquiesce to it. They will agree if you do something for them, and they will tell you what you need to do for them. Very demanding job, by the way. It's not going to be a walk in the park if that is what you are expecting. It's not going to be a piece of cake. And on the plus side, is going to be interesting to you. So you hear what you need to do for them if you want them to do something for you. Okay, which this something for you is solving an issue that you cannot solve yourself, and learning what you need to do for them. First thing you will come up in mind is, well, that's a lot to ask, but it's, you know, something that I am eager to try. And therefore you're going to find yourself in a swirl quite of a big activity, or rather like a demanding activity, filling up criterias, tackling challenges, and living up to certain standards, which again is going to be very time consuming and quite intensive in terms of skill performance and whatnot. But by the end, once you complete the task, an amazing reward are awaiting you, because the person which you are gonna attract and um, how can I put it to words? Uh, Acquire as an ally is someone that not just only has an answer to your concerns and your problems, but also it's a person who has a lot of influence and a lot of friends and a lot of connections that you can use in the future. Nine of spades, you mean the nine of swords. Well, I don't see how that one is the worst. No, no, thank you for the 10 euro. Thank you. Let me put you into the list. Right, so that's going to do it for the 12. And now I got just a couple of minutes to gather up my thoughts, and I'm going to do the super chat. But Nine of Swords is not a bad card, Joe Q. That is the card representing the fear of consequences. So yeah, people that doesn't want to face the consequences of their actions, people that think they're always right, it's a very bad card for them, because um, it makes them face what they saw, or kind of like reap what they saw. But it's not a bad card at all. You see, worse than that is Three of Swords, for example, because it represents a painful truth, which painful truth can be, but it is not limited to, an affair. You know, you realize that your partner has an affair. It's a painful truth. You can't deny it, and it creates a negative emotions and negative feelings, you know, in you. Tower is the worst, or it's worse than Nine of Swords. Now that I think of. Okay, going for the super chat. First one, that will be Yasmin. Taco, you're gonna be the last one, as per agreed. So first one is Yasmin. These are the cards for you, Yasmin. So the most important subject this week for you is going to be your family or a family matters, and some concepts within the family matters, and under concepts you can kind of like take on a lot of things. So just to give you a few examples here, um, a concept over, say, selling a family property, or a concept of a family gathering, some concepts are going to turn out that they cannot be executed. For example, you can't sell that house or that property the way you want to sell it, or to the person you want to sell it. You can't make that family gathering the way you want to make it, and so on and so forth, which change of concepts is going to cause delays on the family undertaking, the mutual family undertaking. The concept could be a treatment could be changed, from a one treatment to another, if some family member is dependable on a certain treatment and you are related to that somehow. And the plus of this, it is that some responsibilities you are expected to be held to are going to become irrelevant. So you're no longer going to be bound into fulfilling these responsibilities. On the flip side, or on the other hand, uh, your plans for the week that are concerning your family are going to be completely blasted and obliterated. So you can't expect exactly what's going to happen. So all the time you're going to have that kind of like readiness to jump into action, because you will not going to be able to tell what's going to follow after that thing takes place. So that is when it comes to the most important subject for you throughout the week. Other than that, this week you're going to find yourself that you have done your job, right? At work, you have done your job. And if things aren't working out, because in many aspects and in many projects at your work, things aren't going to move forward, at least not for a certain period of time. But again, it's not going to be because you haven't done your job, but because someone else haven't done their job, right? Say the person you're working with is haven't done their job, the person you work for haven't done their job, and so until they do their job, the situation won't be able to be pushed through, and you can use that time waiting them to do their job. Uh, you can use it to think of, I would say it that way, the future, because these cards are suggesting that very, very soon, maybe in the next few months, maybe in a year or two, you're gonna come up with a better view for the future, better view for yourself, better concept, better perspective. How can you make your life simply better? So I believe that this isn't going to be the week where exactly going to happen, but very soon you're going to step into a phase in your life where a current, again, concepts are going to start becoming quite irrelevant, and they're going to give way to new concepts, which are going to make your life even more worth living than before. So that is your weekly reading, Yasmin. And it's a trend, at least for you. The last few readings, the most important subject for you is family. Correct me if I'm wrong. You're welcome, Yasmin. All right, next, Rocky. Oh, these are your cards, Rocky. And I'm saying it with such a tone because bottom line is that this week there is a very big chance you may end up quite disappointed by someone that you have put a great hope into. Don't get me wrong, the week will be very successful on the material front for you, at least according to these cards. You're gonna make a massive leap into development. I mean, this is a week where you will accomplish a resounding success, probably at work. Okay, probably at work. The person, though, that you are going to accomplish that success with. Uh, will, how can I put it to words? Is going to basically screw everything over by start making, I will put it that way, inappropriate advances, okay, towards you. And so you're going to be put into the difficult situation to having to work with someone that doesn't see you only as a colleague or as a client, okay, or as an employee. Uh, and it will be, at least at first, it will be uh, quite awkward for you. But still, you can ride on this resounding success. That again, that is going to be a huge leap in development, and it doesn't have to be final. You know, a very quick example of it, Rocky, could be that you strike a massive deal with a client, and that client tells you, you know, we should have a drink on it, right? We should um, raise a glass uh, to honor the deal or whatever, and you go out on a restaurant with them, you know, to have a dinner with them, and they start kind of like making these unwanted advances towards you, and now you're stuck working with that person in a very, very good deal, very lucrative deal, but nonetheless with someone that it's just quite inappropriate and it's behaving quite inappropriate towards you. So that's going to be the most important event for you taking place this week. Other than that, that week you're gonna find yourself being pretty much on the right side of the turf with oh, how can I put it towards a with the alliances and with on the right team. I'm gonna put it that way. You're gonna find yourself on the right team. I don't know why though. You will have that urge to not exactly urge but idea, let's say, that you will need to change the team at some point, but at least throughout the week you are not going to have to. Yeah, it is a lucrative week. I mean, the cards are showing a resounding success. It's going to be something that you have waited for a quite a long time, or at least hope for quite a long time. Okay. Next, that will be Nona. So you want a low forecast for the next 3 months. So let's have a look. I'm going to draw a card for each month. You're welcome, Rocky. Okay, for the first month from now, we do have the Chariot card, Nona, and not a very advisable month to jump into commitments into the next month. There is a very big chance, if not a mandatory, for you to just jump into commitment without knowing enough for the person from the other side, and therefore becoming a quite unpleasantly surprised into the future. To top it all off, the Chariot, it's a solo card, meaning that you are going to be better off being by yourself into the next month. Though 2 months from now, or into the second month, going from now moving forward, we do have the Page of Cups, and that points that within the, so we do have uh, March and into the first week of April. Throughout March and into the first week of April, you are gonna find yourself having a mutual emotional connection with a person around you. It could be very well the same guy that you are mentioning here into your inquiry. Could be someone else, could be someone new though. But you are going to recognize the person uh, through the type of character that they don't care whether you are not disposed enough or not. What I mean is that they wouldn't care about the details around your character and the details around your situation right now. They're only gonna care that things can actually work out in between you two. Everything else, it's a matter of time and it's a matter of workout to be worked over. And therefore these aren't people that, or isn't a person that is going to and I put it towards, that is going to drop off uh, in the face of the first problem that you see in between each other. The third month, which is April to the first week of May, we do have the full card, and it's a month where you can kind of like try the soil here and there, examine your options that are in front of you. But it's a month where you should be more focused on acquiring options available for a later stage rather than making a commitment into the some kind of a solid commitment to that point. And it's best into the month of April to keep your relationships with the people around you superficial, especially if there is some kind of a romantic intent being there. Just to see how far these people are willing to go for you. To the current person that you do have in mind, we do have a Eight of Pentacles here, and it is best to ask them out. I mean, try to set up a meeting, try to set up a date, if you will. The more you spend time together, the more you spend time going out, just two of you, uh, the more you're going to predispose them to uncover their true intent. And if you wonder they haven't made any move right now, it is because in their mind the situation isn't developed enough, because there are still certain details that they do want to work over, that they do want to work around. They aren't feeling ready enough. That's the reason. So as a conclusion from these cards, wait them a month, one more month, and if, or two at most, and if they don't make any move, just leave them for dead, because the third month from now is a month where you're going to really open up for a lot of options in front of you. All right, next, News Devon, you actually have a two inquiry. One requires a Lenormand draw, which is what's coming your way. All right, yeah, and the other one is an advice from Taro regarding a colleague you have. You're welcome. This week, your way is coming a terrible phone call, I would say, which is going to be shouting and probably cursing as well. Bottom line is that this is going to be a phone call with a man, okay, with these three cards, and it's going to be through and through argument. It's going to be through and through fight, scandal, whatnot. And the subject of the scandal or the reason why there is going to be an argument, a clash, a fight on the phone is a delay. Something get delayed, and I think that you are going to be the one who will think that that's unacceptable, and you're going to fight with him. All right, now on the colleague. Well, it doesn't have to be something big, use the bone. Look at it on the bright side. You're going to be the one chastising this time around. All right, Taco. These are the cards if you tell him. It will not gonna change thing, at least not for you. Okay, yeah, it's not gonna change a thing for you with these cards. Either way, okay, you're gonna get out of the argument unscathed, as they are going to get out of the argument unscathed. But for some weird reason, weird reason, it's gonna give you an ace in the sleeve that you can use on a later stage against that person. Bottom line here is that yes, you should speak your mind. You should speak your mind and actually make a note to them that they have been rude towards you. But nothing bad can come out, at least according to these cards, nothing bad can come out of you telling them that. And last but not least, Taco. So you want marriage advice. You're welcome, Nizavone. These are the cards for you, mate. These are the Lenormand cards which are showing the event you should provoke. And this is a confrontation. It's a confrontation that you should provoke. And the advice is for you to, through that confrontation, to make a demand regarding the attitude and behavior that you do deserve being shown towards you. The attitude, the behavior, and as well the commitment. And through this demand as well, to establish, can I put it towards like a new rules, like a new environment into the relationship, which is to restart the relationship, to restart the marriage, one, and second, to put you on the map in it. But you should, I don't know if I should say that, but I'm going to say it anyway. That Page of Pentacles to Seven of Swords. Well, then you have already did the advice before the advice came around. But one thing these cards are showing, which I don't like, and I do not share, my personal opinion goes strongly against that, but it is what the cards are showing, okay, is that you should show your wife that she ain't your friend, okay? She is your wife. And what she can do with her friends, the way she can act with her friends and whatnot, she can't do that to you if she wants you to be her husband. I'm saying that I do not share that because to me, I have a girlfriend now. My girlfriend is also my best friend. Okay. And that's why I do not share that guidance of the cards, but it is what they're saying. Okay. Uh, so that's gonna do it for tonight, guys and girls. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your generosity. And we're gonna see each other Thursday. Until then, bye.